Well, dyslexia is a specific learning difficulty that affects the linguistic centre of the brain, making it very difficult to recognise the sights of letters and combinations of letters, and also to combine them and link them to their sounds, which really means that reading and spelling can be very stressful for dyslexics. About 20% of the population have got dyslexia, and this is worse in prisons because that can be between 60 and 70%. Anyone can suffer from dyslexia. It doesn't matter the age, the gender, the background, absolutely anybody. Dyslexia is considered a gift now. However, if there are problems with reading and writing and spelling, that's going to impact everything throughout their entire school life, and making tests and exams difficult to do. And it's also going to affect when they leave school, because it means that they're going to be up against the competition of people who are not dyslexic. And what we see is that this can really limit the chances of good careers. I began working with dyslexic children well over 25 years ago. I was doing some evening classes, and in those evening classes I met my first dyslexic adult, and it fascinated me so much that I decided that I wanted to specialise in it. So I did a year's course with the British Dyslexia Institute and qualified with a diploma, and I've been teaching dyslexics ever since, either privately or within schools. Well, I've got 3 ways of actually teaching dyslexics. One is online teaching, where I'm teaching the parent, which means that the parents are now learning the skills and strategies which have proven to be effective, and they are now being empowered to teach their own children, which is quite exciting because you get a nice bond that happens between the parent and the child. The other is through the Spelling Success books, and the other is the actual Enchanting Strategies teaching program. That's a downloadable program that anybody can actually use, and all 3 methods of teaching have a common factor in that there's out loud chanting and repetition, and that's vital for a dyslexic brain. One of the methods that I use to help dyslexics remember how to spell certain words is my own invention, which are smart spelling chants. They are mnemonic chants whereby the chant for a particular word begins with the word that you're targeting. So as an example, if you wanted to spell the word does, you would start the chant with the word does, and as an example, it's does Oliver eat sausages. For the word said, it's said Alan, I'm daft. For the word because, it's because elephants can add up sums easily. Out loud chanting embeds in the memory, which means that they can then go from a phonic flashcard pack to recognising words and recognising the words in sentences. So it's like a continuous flow. But the memory is based on the out loud chanting of the cards. It benefits them because their reading and their spelling improves. And when their reading and spelling improves, that sweeps across everything that they're doing in school, throughout all their subjects. Doing tests and exams a lot easier. Everything is less exhausting because their skills and abilities are far better, and they just come alive. I've taken children who are kind of miserable and tense and sad, and within a very short period of time, when they've sensed these strategies that work for them, they waken up and they feel hopeful. Numerous times I've actually had ex-pupils meeting me and saying, if it hadn't been for you and your Enchanting Strategies course, I wouldn't be where I am today. And for me, that's the biggest reward.
And I have been homeschooling my son Jonathan for 7 years. I stumbled across Chris Blanche's YouTube videos and was so impressed by her pupil demonstrations that I bought the complete teaching course. It has been magical. With using the phonics flashcards and the mnemonic chants, I have noticed such rapid improvement, not only in his reading and spelling, but also in his confidence.
She taught me practical ways to learn and remember spellings, and I still actually use these today, 20 years on. If anybody is considering using Chris or knows anybody that's struggling with reading or writing or anything academic, then I really couldn't recommend her highly enough. She's been probably the most influential person in my life, definitely the most influential person in my career, and I'm hugely grateful for all the help that she was able to offer me. If you are considering using her expertise and her guidance, then go for it, because it will definitely be worth it.
and I found Chris Blance's mnemonics and phonics teaching program while watching fascinating YouTube videos. It was amazing. So I bought that, and within weeks I saw a huge difference in the students' reading and spelling abilities, as well as their overall confidence and self-esteem. I mean, these are kids who are now getting 100% on their spelling test, but only weeks before they were getting 10 and 20%. So thank you, Chris, for creating the program and making it so easy to teach. It's just like taking a recipe and putting it together, and the results just speak for themselves. It's fascinating. Thank you.